Well, welcome back. It's been a little while since my last video. So today I got 3 of my quads out here. 3 LTR based ATVs. The yellow one here is a stocker with just a cherry bomb and baffle taken out and lid on the airbox. Yeah, but also of you who know, they run pretty good. I like to change the gearing up. Normally I do a 13 in the front and about 37 in the back, sometimes 36. Makes them get up and go pretty good. With the taller tires you can adjust even to a bigger rear sprocket. Right now this one has a 14 front tooth and 38 in the back. Of course I was fresh out of new sprockets in 13, so 14 it is for now. But runs pretty good, and yeah, not gonna change anything right now. This is my spare practice quad at the moment. Works good for that purpose. And here we have one of my potential race bikes. This is my RMZ 450 hybrid. This one is about between 10 and 15 kilograms lighter than the stock LTR. I'm just getting rid of unnecessary electronics and a much more compact engine. Brings the weight down. And this one also, as you can see, has the lean shocks on front and rear. They are also quite a bit lighter than the OEM ones. Taller gearing on this one as well, 13 front I believe, and 40 something in the back. These are custom rear sprockets. I have them going up to at least 46 I think. This is a 41 or 42 I believe. And yeah, it gets up and goes. Had the valves changed, adjusted, and had a full rebuild just a few hours ago. So it's in good condition, ready for the season. It's a custom exhaust for this one. And here you can see the difference between mounting a RMZ engine and the newer Honda CRFs 450s and 250. The Hondas will fit right in the swing arm. You just have to take off some material on the swing arm to push it over to line up with the sprocket. And of course you have to have mounts and a fuel pump with the correct fuel pressure and all that. We'll look at my CRF hybrid afterwards. I am gonna mount up a battery, a rechargeable battery here for my fan. If you do short motos, it's not a problem, but on heavy tracks, if you do longer motos, it gets pretty hot. So yeah, a bit of cooling always helps. Pretty much a stock engine, high compression piston, but not excessively much. It will still run on pump gas if you run premium. It's freshly serviced and oil and filter, so it's good to go. You can see the front exhaust, the header is welded on to a OEM rear section. Works really good on these hybrids. It's not the first time we have done that. I also have some different plastic I can use on this one as well, or either one of them. I have another set of yellow, and yeah. So back to the setup on this one. This engine is from 2010, I think. It was bought from a dealer as new old stock back in 13, I believe. Was never used until I put it to use for, I think, 16 and maybe 17. I had it on a chassis, just ran it a little bit, then pulled it out and had it sitting on the bench, and then put it in this chassis. Then later I sold this one and bought it back. Almost the same engine mounts as when I built it, but the new owner, I'm not sure if you can see it, he made the rear mount go down to the rear shock area, where the link mounts to the frame, and as an extra support. And for this one I probably showed you before, I have a welded mount on each side for the bottom to keep the engine rigid as it's moved a bit forward and to the side and not sitting directly in the swing arm. You can use the OEM LTR fuel pump and have about the right pressure if you use one of the old throttle bodies up to 08, 09 and 10, I believe. After that they got a bit more pressure. You can still use it. The physical size on the fuel pressure regulator is the same as the LTR, so you can just swap them. Use the housing and swap the fuel regulator itself. You can also do this with a CRF engine from 17 and up, or 18 and up if you want the electric start. That fuel regulator has the same physical size as well, and the pump is strong enough to pump out about 50 plus psi, which is what you need for the CRF hybrid. And the RMZ hybrid as well here runs well on that pressure. This one right now has a OEM LTR fuel tank with a KTM fuel pump built into it. It's a much cleaner setup, and yeah, I'm gonna say it saves you a bit of weight compared to the making an aluminium tank or keeping the external LTR fuel pump. But as we look over at the CRF hybrid, Many has the battery under the hood in the front here. I decided to have it easy accessible and just mount an OEM LTR battery box. I've got a carbon fiber cover on there to bring some weight down, and inside we have the lithium battery, so that setup doesn't weigh too much. And I've got the fan mounted up. I've got a resistor in here, and yeah, so it works. We'll run with the fan on for quite some time. How long it will run and still deliver fuel, I haven't tested that fully out yet, but it works for the motors I run. So it needs a bit of more cosmetics, this quad, but it's holding up pretty good. As you can see, still on stock suspension here. It's a bit tight in the back. Did some few small adjustments to make the 18 engine, which I have in this one, work with that OEM shock. OEM LTR airbox, and I can get the seat off. You can see. Let me try that. Put the phone down. Sorry about that. And here you can see the stock airbox, stock intake tube. There are better intake tubes for these LTRs that would keep some more of the peak horsepower, but for me this works good. I just want the acceleration, and I don't need that extra on top for the most part. Maybe when I get more training that will be necessary. As you can see, engine sits in the swing arm through the bolt. Joe Masson Racing, water pump cover facing forward, and custom exhaust. Still a little bit too loud. I'm gonna try and repack it and measure it again. I need to bring the sound down a bit more. I'm considering using a Yoshimura muffler or exhaust for the bikes, and custom fit it. Make some fittings so it fits with the quad. This one now sits a bit more. It has a bit more weight on it, this one, than the versus the RMZ hybrid, but with some lighter shocks we're gonna be closer, I think. Bit more electronics and other stuff that puts up the weight a little bit on the CRF engine, but it makes up for it again by having more power. There's more power in the CRF engine than the RMZ in the quad. Not blindingly much, but the whole setup with the aggression on the mapping and everything on these stock 18, 19 and 20 CRF engines, they pull fast and brutal. So I think even though the dyno is going to say it's got 3 or 4 horsepower more, it feels like it's even more, to tell you the truth. Very easy setup. You can see the mounts I got on this one is the Hamson mounts, CNC made in aluminium in the front. Made my own bottom mounts. Everything else is from him. I got his aluminium tank also on here with the Honda CRF fuel pump, and it's yeah, ran most of my races last season on this one. Yeah, still got a few hours left before I have to change the piston. Compression is still good, so it might be up for some more races again this year. Had a mishap, already had a first race a few weeks ago. Snapped my chain. Luckily I didn't hurt anything in the cases. It just cuddled up in the back. So got lucky with that one, I think. Got a new chain. It was an old chain, I'll say that. It lasted me all of last season, but this time I went straight to races the day after coming home from a Florida holiday, and yeah, I spent over 14 days down there. Went straight to the races, had one training, so yeah, next time I'll be more prepared. So this one is pretty kitted out, the RMZ hybrid with the shocks and steering dampener. Not the latest stuff, but it gets the work done, gets the job done. And as we go over to the stalker I have here, this is one I bought cheap, then serviced everything on it, went over it, did some cosmetics, changed the plastics. Still have the plastics here, they look a lot better now. I've washed them and cleaned them up as good as I could, so they are ready for use for any other of my quads. So this one runs good now. Lots of fun for the money. I paid about $2,500 US dollars for it, and yeah, I've got some used rims in the rear, new rims in the front, and new tires front and rear. That has a cost, of course. But when they are in overall good condition, it's worth to put some money in. As you can see, I got O-bores, front and rear. Budget tire, but works good for my use, really. So RMZ hybrid, the lightest one. And then comes the CRF hybrid, and after that we have the stalker. In kilograms, these weigh about 100 and give or take 95 kilos. This one, I believe it weighed around 170, just over 170 kilo, I think. And haven't had this one on the scale yet, but I'm guessing 180, maybe around there. We'll see. And yep, that's about it. any stock LTR, if you look at Wikipedia, you're gonna say 167 kilograms, but that's gonna be bone dry, not a drop of oil or fluids of any kind in it. But I still think they weigh more bone dry. With a bit of fuel in, you are tipping the scale of over 190 kilo, that's for sure. All right, but tires also matter. The O-bores may not be the lightest tires. You can look at this one, has the goal speeds in the rear. These are 20s by 10, so they're not as wide as some of the other 20s, which are 11. Great tires when the tracks get a bit rougher and muddy or sandy, loose surface. And on this quad I've paired them up with the O-bores, the XC tires. That setup that works really well for the rougher tracks. And on the other ones I've got Razor X in the rear here on the RMZ hybrid, and again O-bore Advance in the front, same ones here, and O-bores in the rear. The rear O-bores, the 18s, seem to sit a little bit taller than the Razors. They fall somewhere in between the 20s I have there and these, as far as the height goes. Okay, so that's a bit of a look on 3 different machines. None of these break the bank, and I have a lot of fun with them and compete. Still works. All right, hit me with any questions if there's anything you want to see and wonder about these quads. Bye for now.